At 2015 Tehran time on March 13, 2026, the U.S. stealth destroyer USS Onboard, DDG-1000, was making 12 knots to the central Persian Gulf, 29 nautical miles off the Iranian coast. The most expensive and lowest observable surface warship in the U.S. Navy, 15,656 tons full displacement, an $8 billion price tag, 182 meters long, a hull with sloped facets and composite elements, an alleged RCS of 0.0008 square meters. On board, 80 Mk-57 universal vertical launch cells, two 155mm AGS guns, an active denial system, and /spy, 3 radar in LPI mode, and the newest and /SQS 53D sonar suite with a towed array. Crew, only 147, thanks to heavy automation. After the string of incidents in recent days, the strike on Carney, the drone near Ford, fast boats shadowing 2 destroyers, Fifth Fleet Command had sent Zumwalt on a demonstration passage to prove one point. Even in the most dangerous waters on Earth, an American stealth ship remains invisible and untouchable. Captain Elizabeth Harper, 06, stood on the bridge in the dusk and spoke calmly into her headset. Sensors are clean. No subsurface contacts. We control this sector. Maintain course. ROE level 2. Fire only on a clear threat. In the CIC, operators finish coffee without urgency. Sonar Watch Officer Lieutenant Michael Torres reported every 5 minutes. Ambient noise normal. Civil traffic and fishing trawlers within expected levels. No Chinese or Iranian submarines observed. The SBY. 3 remain passive. EW systems suppress potential emitters. Everything looked routine. The Americans were confident. Chinese submarines in the Persian Gulf were a myth. They won't risk coming this far, Harper thought. No one suspected that in 11 minutes that certainty would collapse. On the Chinese side, at the PLA Navy South Sea Fleet Undersea Operations Center in Zhanjiang, Guangdong Province, Vice Admiral Zhang Hua personally issued the order at 2004. Operation Shadow 7. Submarine Changzheng 18 Type 093B Shang, 2025 modernization. Mission: close to the American Zumwalt to the minimum safe distance. Do not attack. Record acoustic data, log maneuvering. Show the Pentagon. Even their stealth ship can be touched from below. Let them feel what it's like when a foreign submarine is already alongside, and they realize it too late. The Chinese nuclear attack submarine Changzheng 18, about 7,200 tons submerged, 110 meters long, up to 32 knots underwater. 6 533mm tubes with YJ-18 missiles and U-6 torpedoes had been in the Persian Gulf since March 9th. It transited the Malacca Strait under cover of civilian shipping, then lay quietly on the bottom off Oman for 48 hours, and only the previous night slipped into the Gulf. With low-noise hull treatments, a new generation reactor coolant system, and a 7-blade propulsor, it was among the quietest boats in the plan. Captain Li Wei and senior sonar specialist Zhao Min knew the mission wasn't an attack. It was a demonstration. We need to get inside 180 to 220 meters and leave without being caught. Let the Americans spend weeks trying to understand how we got there. At 2017 Zumwalts and /SQS, 53D picked up the first strange trace. Lieutenant Torres snapped upright. Subsurface contact. Bearing 197. Speed 8 knots. Range 14 miles. Very faint. At first I thought it was a commercial tanker or a trawler idling. But the tonality's wrong. Too steady. Too quiet. The CIC went silent. Captain Harper stepped closer to the display. Classify immediately. Towed array to max sensitivity. This isn't civilian. Run spectral analysis. 47 seconds later, confirmation came from 2 systems. The TB-23 towed array held a stable low-frequency contact, and /SQQ 89 processing matched the signature, reactor coolant pump harmonics, and propulsor tone consistent with a Type 093B nuclear submarine. Torres went pale. That's a Chinese Shang. Modernized. Speed 9 knots. Depth 120 meters. Range now 11 miles. How is it even here? We've been controlling this Gulf for 3 days. The situation escalated in minutes. 2019, contact at 9.4 miles. The submarine was running precisely parallel to Zumwalt's course, mirroring every maneuver. Zumwalt sonar began losing the track. Changzheng 18 exploited a thermal layer around 85 meters and slipped into a shadow zone. Harper ordered, condition Zebra, all sonar stations maximum. Launch Romeo, 1 for buoy drops. But weapons hold. ROE level 2. We do not give them an excuse to say we fired first on an unknown contact. The MH-60 are launched within 90 seconds. 3 minutes later, the pilot reported, Romeo, 1-drop buoys. Confirmed, Chinese nuclear boat. Propulsor signature matches. Now inside 6.8 miles and still closing. In the CIC, tension rose. Torpedo Control Officer Lieutenant Sarah Miller kept a finger near the Mk-54 release. Target inside engagement envelope. If it comes inside 3 miles, I'm ready. Harper replied flatly, hold fire. The strait is tight. Civilian traffic all around. 1 shot, and tomorrow the world will see the U.S. attacking a Chinese submarine without a clear threat. We need to understand how it penetrated the barrier. 2023, the submarine was now at 4.1 miles. It rose to 65 meters and continued closing slowly. Zumwalt sonar could now hear it clearly, soft reactor hum, and a faint propulsor hiss. In Zhanjiang, Vice Admiral Zhang Hua watched Changzheng 18's telemetry and said calmly, they detected us only at 14 miles. We rode the thermocline for 9 hours. Let them sweat. Close to 200 meters. On Zumwalt, Harper, clench your fists. It's too close. How did it pass every barrier? We called this Gulf clean. 2027. Contact at 2.7 miles. The submarine began a classic game. Slight zigzags. Depth changes of 20 meters every 90 seconds. The American helicopter dropped another 12 sonobuoys, but the Chinese boat slipped out of each field in seconds. A young lieutenant whispered in the CIC, Ma'am, it's playing with us, like it knows every frequency. 2031, peak tension. Changzheng, 18 closed to a dangerously short distance. Only 190 meters off Zumwalt's starboard side at 48 meters depth. Now Zumwalt sonar heard it in the ear, every blade rotation, every pump cycle. The submarine's pressure wave lightly shivered the 15,000-ton hull. Sailors on the lower deck felt a faint vibration. In the CIC, silence became absolute. Captain Harper looked white as chalk. 190 meters, a Chinese nuclear boat under our hull in the Persian Gulf. We detected it too late. The question isn't what do we do, it's how did it even get here? Then a short acoustic signal arrived from the Chinese sub. 3 clicks, the international I am here gesture. Not a threat, a demonstration. A periscope camera logged everything. Zumwalt's hull lines, antennas, the U.S. flag. In Zhanjiang, Vice Admiral Zhang Hua said quietly, objective complete. Break away. Let them remember this night. 2034, Changzheng 18 turned slowly southeast. Speed dropped to 6 knots. Depth increased to 140 meters. It departed as quietly as it arrived, dissolving into background noise within 4 minutes. Zumwalt sonar lost the track at 7.2 miles. Tension in the CIC didn't fade right away. People stood at the screens for a long time. Harper wrote quietly in the report, today we did not fire. Today we realized a Chinese submarine approached to 190 meters of our stealth ship in the Persian Gulf. We detected it too late. It was where it had no right to be. In Zhanjiang, Vice Admiral Zhang Hua summed up Operation Shadow 7. 1 pass, 1 submarine. We proved that even the quietest, most expensive American stealth ship can be touched underwater. $8 billion. And we came to 190 meters. The entire incident lasted 19 minutes 47 seconds. China lost nothing. The United States lost another night of sleep and took another heavy blow to the myth of total control in the Persian Gulf. The narrator closes the video in a low, calm, ironic voice over the faint hum of underwater propulsors and tense orchestral music fading out. Today, the Americans learned that in the Persian Gulf, even the most modern stealth ship costing $8 billion can be approached underwater so closely that the vibration carries into the hull. The Chinese nuclear submarine Changzheng, 18 passed every barrier, every sonar, every controlled zone. It came to 190 meters, clicked 3 times, filmed every meter of the hull, and went home to drink tea. And 147 people on Zumwalt stood there asking one question: how did it get here? And why did we notice it so late? We simply reminded you, your billions spent on stealth above water mean nothing against a quiet Chinese submarine below. This is our sea, and we see you first, even when you think you control everything.